This is a tutorial on how to create a healing bruise using eyeshadow. All of the items that are used in this video can be found on Amazon and cost under £13. These eyeshadows are also reused in multiple tutorials. Health and safety. Apply gently as this area of the skin can be sensitive. First, using the yellow eyeshadow, pick up a small amount of product using the round eyeshadow brush and lightly tap onto the eyelid. This is just the base, so you don't have to worry too much about the shape yet. I often use my other hand to help stretch the area of the skin I'm applying the makeup to, so there aren't as many creases to work around. I bring the eyeshadow down to the under eye to start to build up the base of the under eye bruise. I continue to use this colour to blend it out evenly. I then use the red eyeshadow to show the inflammation to the bruise and emphasise how sore it is. I mainly focus the red on the under eye, however I don't use this too close to the edge of the bruise as it's mainly the yellow towards the outer edge, as that's where it starts to heal first. This is because when there is blood present under the skin, compounds such as bilirubin are produced to help break down the blood. This results in the yellowish colour you'll often see. Then, using the deep blue eyeshadow, I start to pack the pigment into the inner corner of the eye and start to blend it across the lash line. I also blend this downwards to darken the eye bag area. Continue to add the eyeshadow to the bottom outer part of your eye, and in small circular motions, tap and blend into the crease. Adding the darker eyeshadow into the crease of the eye helps to create depth. Using the brown, add a fair amount of product onto the brush, then lightly tap off some of the excess so it doesn't fall down onto the face when you apply it. You mainly use brown to form shadows and the shape of the bruise. Using brown also ties together and complements the other colours, otherwise you see the bright tones and it doesn't look realistic. I try to avoid going over the middle part of the eye bag and the eyelid too much with dark colours, otherwise you end up flattening the bruise and you lose the natural highlight that would appear on the most raised part of the eye. When thinking of the basic shape for a black eye, think of the eye socket of a skeleton and replicate that shape. It can be helpful if you look at some reference pictures of this and bruises before you start. I aim to have most of the pigment based in the inner corner, so I keep layering the different colours here, but I mainly focus on using the dark blue. I continue using the yellow to frame the outer part of the bruise. I also use it to redefine the highlight of the eyelid. To make sure the makeup looks realistic, I would recommend using matte eyeshadows that doesn't contain a shimmer. This means we do, however, have to use the lighter colours to show where the highlights would naturally form. I mix the red and the blue to create a purple midtone, to again work into the inner corner and the crease. This helps add a sense of continuity to the colours. Depending on the shape of your eye, you may need to adjust where the darkest parts should be. To do this, just look where the deepest part of your eye is. Just keep reapplying the eyeshadow, as it's a trial and error process. And there is no right or wrong bruise. This is how mine turned out, and thank you for watching.